Hello, everyone. I am Faith Godbold from A Touch of Faith. Thank you for watching the replay. Come on in, say something so I know you're here watching either live or on the replay. I'm so happy to be back with you on this Saturday, and we're getting closer to Christmas. So it's countdown to Christmas, and I'm thrilled to officially be on winter break. So I hope you've had a great day today, and I'm looking forward to seeing whose name will pop up on our screen. So let me know your city and state. And if this is your first time joining us, be sure to comment the word new, leave me a heart, and I will go back and invite you to like our page so that you can stay connected and know exactly what's going on here at A Touch of Faith. We are getting ready for Christmas. Last week, Tuesday, you saw me create a beautiful pine wreath for our front porch, and I'll be sharing a picture of that once I have that all finished. And tonight we're going to wrap some Christmas presents, y'all. We haven't done that in a couple of years, so I thought we would do that together because a lot of the things that you see me do for Touch of Faith, I can credit it back to when I was a young girl. I always loved wrapping presents, and my family can tell you that I was the person in our home who wrapped all the gifts, it seems. So if you want to learn how to wrap some gifts, I'm going to show you just a couple of tips tonight. And we're going to get started. So I see my mom is already here. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. Just give me a thumbs up. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you, Mom, for being here. So I have a tradition. Every year, I always pick out a brand new roll of wrapping paper. Even though I haven't used my previous rolls, I like to see what's new in the stores. And so every year, I purchase a new roll. So I'm going to show you that new roll in just a bit. But to get us started, I wanted you to know that you don't always have to have a box to wrap a present. We are going to wrap something tonight first that is a traditional box shape, but I'm also going to show you how you can wrap when you don't have a box. It's not hard to do at all. All right, so y'all keep coming in, leave me some comments, and I can't wait to share all the things with you. Y'all excited about this? All right, so let's do this one first. I just have something that's already in a box, and I'm going to keep it concealed as much as I can, just in case anyone's watching that might be on the receiving end of this gift, okay? So I'm going to grab some paper, and let's see what paper I want to use. I'm going to pull out some old paper for this first gift, and by old, I mean paper I've had before. So this particular paper, I've had for a few years now, and I love it because it has both of my favorite Christmas colors. I love it, Mom. Mom's like, is that my gift? Mom, you have to stay tuned. I love it, Mama. So I love red and green and white for Christmas. So we're going to use this one. And I don't know, this may have come from Hobby Lobby. Nope, actually it looks like this one may have been a fundraiser now that I look at it. So I think this was a fundraiser paper. And then what I want to show y'all, the last time we were on the live wrapping gifts, you may recall I had a tool that I used to help me wrap. I used it to help me cut my paper. So what I'm going to do is just basically figure out the midpoint of my paper here. I need my paper to go up at least halfway. I really don't want it to go up more than that. So I'm going to slide my box over. That's my little tip. And y'all, I've been wrapping gifts since I was a little girl. One of my first jobs was at a hardware store, and they sold gifts. And I think between my dad teaching me how to wrap and wrapping at that hardware store, that's really where I learned my basic gift wrapping techniques. All right, so I'm going to slide the box over, because I just need my paper to come up halfway because it's going to do the same thing on the other side. And I love it when paper has the grids, so I can see that I'm using about 2 grids. And so what I want to show you is you can just use scissors. So let's start basic. So I have my Scotch tape, my clear tape. We're going to use scissors. And because I know I'm using about 2 grids and a half of a grid, I'm just going to cut on this line right here. And I'll show you all this in just a second when I Zoom in. And if you hold your scissors down, you can just glide straight on that line. Just like so. Okay? Absolutely love that. Okay? So now all we're going to do is take advantage of the remaining piece of the paper, and we're going to cover it. Now you could cut the excess, which is what I used to do, but now I find it's better to just fold and figure out my placement. I need my paper to go halfway, and I stopped cutting it because I had all these little small scrap pieces. So I'm going to show you that technique, okay? But first, before I do, let me show you the grids. All right, so do you see the grids on the paper here? I'm going to zoom in a little just so I just show you what I was talking about. So see, there is no having to guess because your paper has grid lines. Hope you can see those lines. So that's how I knew where to cut. And most modern paper now offers that for you. What do y'all think about that? Y'all like the little lines? So use those lines to help you, okay? All right, so let's go back for a minute. And what I want to do now is let's figure out where I'm going to fold this. Because if I go all the way up like it is now, it's actually going to be too much, okay? So let me switch. I'm going to move my box more in the center. And I'm going to fold my paper in some, just like so. Okay, when I do the other side, I'll try to do it from there so you can see it. And all I did is I folded to keep from having to cut it. And I want my paper to go right there in the middle. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a piece of tape down to hold that in place. Just like so. Normally I do one piece, but I'm just going to do two. All right, now let's do the other side, and I'll show you from my view so you can see right here. All right, so when I fold it over, I know that'd be too much. So what I am doing is I'm folding it in, and then I'm looking to see where the paper will lay on the gift. Okay, so I'm going to fold it just like so. After I measured. All right. Now this one's going to be a little more than half, and I'm okay with that. See where it is now? I'm okay with that. Usually I get it right in the middle. This one was a little longer, so I'm going a little over. And so now I just need to add some tape to keep it in place. Okay. Okay. And now that it's all ready to go, now for the fun part, you're going to take your sides and you're going to push them in. Create a triangle at the base, just like so. And do the same thing at the top. And any excess paper, you're going to follow that triangle just like that. What do y'all think so far? Is that pretty easy? Now you could pop a piece of tape here to hold that, but I usually just go ahead and keep folding. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Create a little triangle. Okay. Do the same thing at the top. And now all I'm going to do is just flatten my top flap, just like so. Place a piece of tape on it, just like so. And then lift up that bottom triangle, and I'll hold it up to show you so far. So this is what I have so far. I took that top triangle, flattened it, placed a piece of tape, and now I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom triangle. And if I have a little piece hanging, I just fold it slightly so you don't see that. It's not a big deal if it's showing. Okay, just like so. And now I'm going to place another piece of tape over that triangle. And that's how easy it is to close up your package. Okay? Any questions about that? All right, now I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So let me show you for just a second. So after I go ahead and do that bottom, I like to stand the gift up because for me, it's a little easier to see how to fold and do the flap. So I'm going to start by doing the same thing, but I do it sort of up in the air now that one side is finished. Okay. So just like that, I go ahead and start creasing, making my little triangles. Okay. All right. And then I'll do it again on the other side. Go ahead and start creasing, making my triangle. Here's that extra. So I'm just going to fold it over, make it just like a triangle. Push that top flap down, just like so. Place a piece of tape over it, and then do the same thing for the bottom flap. You want to try to get it straight if you can. Not a big deal if you don't. And that is our first gift. Look at there, all wrapped. And look at the paper. I absolutely love this wrapping paper. What do y'all think? All right, so now we need to choose some ribbon. So let's grab some ribbon. I'll show you some choices for ribbon. I actually keep all of my ribbon in one of these little storage containers. Just like this. Let me show you. This is my storage container. You can pick these up at Walmart, probably Amazon, any store like that. If you want the link, let me know and I'll put the link in the comments. But I've had this one for many years. I love it because it has different compartments. And this is how I'm able to travel with my gift wrapping materials if I need to. But also I use it to keep it organized. So it looks like I have different colors in each section. I have some of my tools. When I open this first one, I have additional tape because I don't ever want to run out of tape. So I have all sorts of tape. I even have cutters, a little small pair. This curls your ribbon. So I just keep all my little tools here. I even have a pen so that I don't have to go searching for a pen if I'm doing my to and from tags. In the next one, I have, it looks like some beautiful red ribbon, and I have gold, and I have some Merry Christmas cards that a student of mine made many, many, many years ago. So that shows you like how long I've had it. And then I found these cute little enclosure cards. They're gift enclosure. I love pink. So this one is the pink and the green. So if it matches my paper, I try to use those. And then I have some other little cards that are in here. And let's see what's in the next layer so we know what ribbon we need. So the next one is green. So there's some green. It's some lime green. And then we have some stickers, more of those little cards, some gift card holders. Wow, I forgot I had all this in here, y'all. All right. And then in the last one, there's the dark green, which would fit perfectly. And we have silver. And then we have blank cards. So if we need to write, hey, Miss Kathy is here. How are you? We are wrapping some gifts tonight. So I thought my curling ribbon was in here. Let me see if my curling ribbon, it might be over here, y'all. Let me grab my curling ribbon right quick, because I like to use the curling ribbon. And I usually pick these up when they're like on sale after Christmas, but I have lots of these. So here is some curling ribbon right here. And what do y'all think? Should we do red or green for our bow? I'm just going to start pulling some ribbon. So this is a great way to start tying your bow. So let me get this back straight. So we have red, white, and green on here. So let me know in the comments, what color bow should we do? Should we do a red bow or should we do a green bow? And I'll go ahead and take out red. And these fit on a, like a spool holder. And I used to have one. It's like a homemade one. I don't know where it is now. Hello, Evangelist Gaddy. So happy to have you. How are you? All right, so I just pulled out the two colors that we're looking at. Let me snap this back on so that it doesn't go anywhere when I pick it up. All right. Oh, Kathy. I love it. You're saying both colors. Okay. Love it. Love it. Let's see. Anyone else? And I love this ribbon, y'all. This is my favorite ribbon. I may have to see if Mr. A Touch of Faith can make me a new spool holder for my ribbon. All right. Let's see if we get one more person who tells us. Because right now it's a tie. We have red and we have green, right? And did y'all notice my little Christmas hat that I have on? I have on the matching earrings today. I'm feeling very festive for Christmas. All right, let's see. Okay, so while we're waiting, I guess I will go ahead and choose Miss Kathy. I was thinking just like you. Let's do both. So what if we make our tie out of the red, and then let's do our bow out of the green. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start by measuring a little bit of ribbon because I'm going to tie it off from the back. Okay, and I'm actually going to start on the front, so I end up on the front. So I'm going to just tie, not a knot, but just tie one time. Okay. And then I don't cut mine until I know I have enough. And that looks like it's enough to do what we want to do. Okay. So we're using our curling ribbon just to make a little tie. Now we could also use our curling ribbon to make our bow. So let's see. Let's do a curly ribbon bow this time. And then we'll use our other ribbon in just a minute. Okay. And let me see if my, well, no, I was going to get my spool holder that I use for my ribbon, but it's okay. I'm just going to pull a length of this off. All right. We're going to just make a little small bow with this. So all I'm going to do is figure out how wide I want my bow to be. And I think that's about perfect right there. Mom's saying the same thing. Oh, I did say both colors, didn't I? I forgot just that fast. So I'm supposed to get green. Look at there. I got so excited making a curly ribbon bow that I forgot what I said. All right, so Mom's saying the same thing. All right, so let's pull off some green. Just pull a good bit, okay? I mean, I have probably at least 2 yards in my hand. All right, and then once you figure out how long you want it, all we're going to do is just like a infinity loop. I'm going to keep looping it back and forth in my hands, just like so. See how easy that is? I'm just looping back and forth, just like this. The longer you cut your ribbon, the more loops you will have to create your bow from. Now, if you want, you can leave one long, and I can go back and do the same thing on this side so that we have an extra little streamer hanging. And now what I tend to do is I twist it just so that I have a firm grip on it. And then here's what we're going to do. I'm going to place it right there over that tie that I started. And here's where if you have an extra hand, like a grandchild or a husband or a daughter, someone to help hold it for you, you can. I'm kind of used to doing it. All right. And then I'm going to tie it in a knot, just like so. Now, if you don't like this moving on you, sometimes I will do this. I put a little piece of tape down just to hold that initial curling ribbon down. Just do a little small piece. You don't really see it. Just like that. And then now we're just going to lift up the loops of our bow that we just made. And then let's see. You can take your scissors. Hey, Melissa, how are you? You can take your scissors and you can curl the ribbon by pulling on it like that. It will curl it. But I think I want to use my tool, y'all. Let's see. I haven't used it in a while. So this little tool will actually make it even finer. So let's see if we can curl it and do that. So I'm going to take the scissors, and you want to hold on to the base of your tail. Pull, 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 just like that. And see how it curled it for you? And then this is what I was saying. If you want, and I don't know if I've ever curled it first. So let's see if I can still do it. This will cut it even finer for you. I wanted it to be curled beforehand. So all I'm going to do is drop that in there, place my finger down, and let's see if it still works. Look at there. And see how it just shreds it a little bit? So if you want really thin tails and curls, you can have those like that. Do y'all like that? So if I hadn't curled it, it wouldn't be curled. It would just have that little straight look. So that's why I curled it first. All right, so let's do that again. So I always put my finger down to hold it because you don't want to rip it off. So that's how I'm curling it. And then I'm going to take the ribbon, feed it through this little tool. It's like it has little combs to it, like little teeth. All right, I'm feeding it in, just like this. And then you do the same thing. You start at the base. Let me make sure it's straight. I squeeze it together, and I see where it's touching the tail, and then you just pull it. That one, I didn't get it all the way on, but that's okay. I'm good with that. And then maybe for the green, I might just let it stay thick. So this is your gift. You can do however you want with your tails. You don't even have to curl it. You could just cut it and have it hanging a little. And see how it springs just like that? A little curly cute. And if you don't want all of it curled, don't start so high. See how that one, I didn't really pull it too hard because I felt myself pulling the loop of that bow. All right, let me curl it again. Okay, there we go. So first gift is done. So this is how you can wrap a present that has a traditional shape like a box where you're able to have uniform wrapping. All right, what questions do y'all have? Isn't that cute? Wouldn't you love to get a little package like this? So there we go, first gift. All right, let's do another one. So I'm going to place this one here. So in our next example, I wanted to show you that if you don't have a box, you could absolutely use a gift bag. But what if you don't have a gift bag and you're having to use wrapping paper? What you can do is start by wrapping the gift in tissue paper. So I've already started doing it just to show you. Okay, so I took my tissue paper, laid it out, and folded it in until I had a little piece left over, and I put tape here. Now, if you have little children that you're wrapping presents for, what we used to do for our nephews and niece is I would get a big, gigantic gift bag, and then all of their presents, I just wrapped it like this, what I'm about to show you, in tissue paper alone. And that way I wasn't wasting my wrapping paper. So when they got a gift from Aunt Faith, or Auntie Faith, they literally would just have a huge gift bag full of little tissue paper packages, if that makes sense. Okay, have y'all ever tried that before? So let me show you. I'm going to finish wrapping this one in tissue paper. This one is a smaller gift. Okay, so we're going to do sort of that same thing that I showed you with the box. Instead of pushing it in from the sides, I'm going to just take it and start tucking it in. So I'm going to create that triangle again that we were talking about. And you don't have to do the triangle. You could just flip it straight up, but I like to do the triangle. Okay. And then let's do the same thing on this side. And remember, it's going to be folded, so no one's going to really see this part. Okay. So I just create that triangle. And then I'm going to take the triangle and flip it up. Just like that. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Now, what I was saying is you could just go straight up. It doesn't really have to be a triangle, but it just helps you to kind of keep everything contained by doing the little triangle deal. So make a little right triangle almost. Do it again on this side. And if it's not perfect, it is okay. They don't have to match. All right, and then I'm going to flip it up. And now we're ready to pop a piece of tape on it. Okay. So I told you every year, one of my traditions is I love grabbing a new roll of paper. So I'm going to grab my new roll for this. This I picked up from Hobby Lobby, y'all. Look at there. It has ornaments and they are in red. There's black. There's the buffalo plaid that we love with the green and black. There's red and black, and it even has sayings like wishing you a very Merry Christmas or may your days be merry and bright. What do y'all think about this paper? So this is my new paper for 2023. And even though I'm still using my old paper, I just like to pick out a new paper. That's just something I started doing many, many years ago. So you can imagine I have a lot of paper. And I still pick from paper that I've had. I try to match the paper with the person's personality too, what I think they might like. Okay. So not all of my gifts are wrapped the same. I have different paper, different bows, and all the things. All right. So this time we're going to use my little tool. So let me open my camera a little bit more. This one, going to take a lot of paper at all, okay? Because what I tend to do, you could lay it down like this, right? But look at all that excess paper that you're going to have. So rather than cut it this way and have to worry about all the excess, I like to turn it in the direction where I won't have a lot of waste. And so I need this piece to come up halfway. So that's perfect. So looking at the grid, that's what I was saying. Your paper comes with the grid. I can see I need 4 squares. So I'm going to also need 4 squares on this side. Okay. I'm going to mark it because this time I want to use my tool if I can. This paper is longer than my tool, but I'm still going to try to demonstrate it to you. So I showed you all this the last time we wrapped together. It's called the Wrap Master. And I ordered this from a fundraiser, but it is available, I think, on Amazon. Mom, you loving this? All right. So what I'm going to do, let me open the camera again. Let me move this paper. So how this tool works is you don't need scissors. I'm going to lay the edge of this tool on that line that I already marked for us. Okay. And I love the fact that I have the grid because I can do this straight. It's just like my cutting mat that's on my table. All right. And watch what's going to happen. All I'm going to do now, and I'll go a little over the edge of the paper just to ensure that I do this correctly. all I'm going to do, it's a hand cutter, y'all. It's a handheld paper cutter. So all I'm going to do is pull the paper, and look, as I pull it, it's tearing it in that straight edge. Isn't that cool? And then because my paper is longer than my tool, I'm just going to slide it up. Okay. And then slide my tool down following that line. Now, if your paper doesn't have a grid, all you need to do is just hold it as straight as you can. So look at there, y'all. This takes away the need for scissors. What do y'all think about that? Was that pretty cool or what? All right. So what we're going to do to conserve our paper is we're going to fold it this way. Does that make sense? You could also, I know, Miss Kathy, I like it too. You could also fold it that way and then do your triangles, but I tend to make my triangles on the smaller side, okay? And I don't think I'm going to use all the excess this time. So let's go ahead and cut. I'm going to cut some of this because this is going to be a lot for the ends. I don't mind my excess being on the other side. So I need about 1.5 squares. All right, so let's use that tool again, right here. And I'm going to go a little longer just in case. Look at there, easy peasy, right? I love it. All right, and then I like to turn mine face down so you don't see all that tape and everything. So all we're going to do is the same thing. We're going to begin simply by folding our wrapping paper over. Let's move this out of your way. Okay, so we're going to fold it over. You can put tape here to just hold it down. Now, when my dad taught me how to wrap, my dad is really particular. He likes for things to match. So in this case, I really can't do that because of how the ornaments are cut, or the paper was cut around the ornaments, because I don't have a red coming up. It's this green, so I'm not going to worry about it. But that's just a little tip if you can match it up. And see, I can't even fold it to try to match it up. So just keep that in your mind. If you ever are trying to match up your designs, that's how you would do it. I'm going to fold this in just a little bit so that it doesn't go all the way over to the edge. Yep, he does, Mom. I remember. All right. Now, see, it's sort of matching up here, but I'm not going to stretch it. Well, I guess I could, but I'm not worried about that. But see, if you want to match it up, see how I matched that in right there? But again, notice there's no ornament there, so it's not quite matching. But if that makes you happy, go for it. I'm just going to tape it down today. I'm happy to just get some things wrapped and teach you all at the same time. And I thought this would be a fun live. Y'all enjoyed it when we did it a few years ago. So I said, you know what? Let's go live and wrap some gifts. All right, now you can see I have about this much, which is what I measured for. So I'm going to tuck in those corners again, making my triangles, top and bottom. Okay. Then I'm going to push the top triangle down first. Sometimes there's not a place to tape, so you can just hold it. And then I like to fold the bottom triangle sometimes when the package doesn't have a huge side. I fold it in a little and then I finish folding it so it lays like that on the edge. And you can also take your tape and go horizontally. I just went up because I wanted to make sure it stayed sealed. All right, let's do the same thing on this side. Just like so. Pushing in those sides. And would y'all believe I used to travel with my gift wrapping? Like every Christmas, I would go home and help Mom wrap. My brother, he would come over and I would wrap his gifts. So yeah, I had to be prepared, y'all. My family depended on me. And I think we even did it at church one time. Do you remember that, Mom? All right, I just ran out of tape, so I'm going to get another roll of tape. That's why I keep extras. All right, so there it is. Let's see what kind of tape. I don't think I have my my tape to put back on my holder in this room. I think it's in my office. So we're going to just use this one for our next one. Okay. So this is just regular Scotch tape, but I do like to get the tape that you just put on the dispenser like that. Okay. This is my traveling tape. All right. Then I turn the package around so I can read it the right way. All right. This time, let's do a different kind of bow. And I'm going to show you this bow. I'm going to call this my BC Moores bow. I learned it when I probably watched ladies who worked at BC Moores. I don't even know if they have that store anymore. And I absolutely love it. It's an easy bow to do. So we have lots of colors we can play off of. We can do the red. We can do the green. I don't have any black Merry Christmas ribbon. I'd have to pull, my regular ribbon that I use for my wreaths and bows if I wanted to do that. Same thing for the buffalo plaid. So I think just to keep it simple, let's pop some green because there's not as much green. And what we're going to do, let me find the start of it, which I think I feel it right here. And again, if you have a spool holder, it makes it so much easier. So I'm putting that on my wish list. If A Touch of Faith, if you're listening, I need a spool holder for my gift wrapping ribbon. All right. And what we're going to do is just make a simple loop. And I think that's going to be long enough. Okay. And we're going to come back and use some more in just a second. So have y'all seen these before where you do like the half infinity loop? We're just going to make it just like that. Now, you could stop right here and put a gift seal over it, which is what they used to do in BC Moores. They would just put one of those little foil seals over it. And I do have those in my little kit and caboodle, but I'm not going to do that tonight. What I want to do instead is I'm going to put a piece of tape. And now my hands aren't free anymore, y'all. I need my other tape. So let me multitask for a second. Let's put a piece of tape down. And you know what? Hold on. This is not the tape I need. Hold on one second. This is why I keep double-sided tape. I actually keep double-sided tape because we're going to make a little bow to go on top. And I want it to stick automatically. I don't want to have to worry about how I'm going to stick it on there. So this is a piece of double-sided tape, which means both sides are sticky. I'm going to cut this at an angle just so it has a pretty edge to it. Okay, cut it a little more even there. And then here's how we're going to make this bow. Yeah, I miss it too, both of y'all. Mom, Miss Kathy's saying she misses it. All right, let's see if I can remember how to do this. I haven't done this in a while. So we're going to start by making a loop. This is taking me back, y'all, to when I was younger. All right, I think that's wide enough. All right, I'm going to make another loop to match it. So all I've done so far is just folded my ribbon. Now we're going to make another loop that's a little bit smaller. And I hope y'all can see this okay. Let me move my tape. Move some things out of your way. All right. And I'm going to fold on the other side, make it a little bit smaller. And then now I'm going to do a little small center loop. So I don't need very much, but I'm probably cutting it a little long just in case. And here is when that other piece of tape that I cut is going to come in handy. You could also staple it I think I have. Let me see if my little stapler's here. Miss Kathy, I have a little craft stapler, don't I? I don't even know if you knew that. I ordered it after I taught you all something. And I said, oh, I need to get one. So let me see if I can find it. It's probably going to hide from me because I'm looking for it right now. Sometimes I feel like things fall in my drawer. And if I don't see it, y'all, I'm not going to spend time looking for it. But, oh, wow, I wish I could put my hand on it. That would be perfect right now. Now watch, after I go off, I will find it. That might be what's in my bottom drawer because I'm going to have to get Mr. Touch of Faith to, oh, wait, it might be over here. Hold on. But yeah, Mr. Touch of Faith is going to have to open that drawer for me. All right, y'all, let me check one more place. Y'all get excited over things like this too? So I could use tape. I really feel like it's right in this drawer looking at me. So hold on. It must be over here. I know it's in here, y'all. Hold on. Yay. Wait a minute. Yay, I found it. Look at here. I've never used it, so we're going to use it, I hope. I picked a great time to use it. So look, this is my stapling plier. I hope it has staples in it. I don't want to have to stop and put down. Let me get a clip. That's why I keep clips, right? The same clips I use when I craft. Okay. So let me open it up carefully. You can see I've never used it. It's time that I use it. All right, let's see if there's staples in it already. I don't think so. All right, it takes 1/4 inch. So let's grab some staples. And I hope these staples. I know, that's how I feel, Miss Kathy. Because in that moment, I was like, I know I have it. I want to use it. All right, let's see if these staples will work. I think I want to put a drill on my list next. All right, let me see. Let me see if I'm even doing this right. Maybe it goes that way. Okay, I was putting it in the. I don't even know if I'm putting it in right now. Hold on. It's got to go down there. Okay. These might not fit. So I'm going to take one more second, and if this doesn't work, let me look. Oh my gosh, that was too easy. It's supposed to go in the top. But are these the right size? Yeah, I'll probably get Mr. Touch of Faith to show me how to do this. So much for my great idea, y'all. And it's in there. I don't know if this is the right size. Okay, let me pop it back out. I don't want to give up. I'm going to try one more time. I think I just did it too fast. All right, there we go. I think I did it. All right, let's see. I don't see any staples coming out. Okay, y'all, that didn't quite work. And I won't go get him because we are almost done. However, I'm going to figure that out. I really want to use this. Mom, you should text him. Tell him to come help me right quick. But it's okay. All right, so moving on. I'll play with my tool later. Next time I'll show y'all my tool. So we're going to use tape for now. Thank y'all for waiting while I tried that. I'll probably get it figured out, and then I'll come back and show you, say, look, this is how you do it. All right, so back to my beautiful bow that I'm making. So do you see how I made the last little inner loop? What I wanted to do was staple it right there, but since I can't figure out my stapler, I'm just going to put a piece of tape inside, wrap it over it, wrap it around, and then wrap it inside, just like that. And then look, there's my beautiful bow. I already have my double-sided tape down. And this is what I call my B.C. Moore's bow. So what do y'all think? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That is amazing. Oh, I think he's here. Hubby, are you here? I was trying to figure this out. Can you see if I did put the right staples in there? I used tape.
I was still at the table eating.
It's okay. I know. I'm interrupting him. He was resting today, y'all. We have both been so exhausted from work. But you don't have to figure it out now. I worked out another solution.
I'll get this fixed.
And I don't know if that's the right size, but
Yeah,
thank you, Mom. That was awesome. Thank you. All right. So what do y'all think? So here is our second gift. Here's our first gift. Look at there. 2 different ways you can make a bow. All right. Can we do one more real fast? I know I'm pushing it because I have to get off of here and go work on my mom's live. However, let's do one more real fast. Is that okay with y'all? All right. Let's use one more paper. And we're going to make this really, really fast. I appreciate y'all so, so much. Thank y'all for letting me do this. So y'all take a look at this paper. Look at this. I have the black and white. Look at there. Oh my goodness. So let's put this one away. I also have the red and black buffalo plaid. So these are both from Hobby Lobby. I think I'm going to use the black and white this time. And instead of using this tool, I wanted to show y'all another tool that I just picked up. This one is the same thing, but it's a portable one. Let's see if we can get it to work. You're supposed to be able just to glide it straight up and do that same thing. Okay. All right. So we're going to wrap something a little smaller, not as small as the previous. Okay. We're going to go up about the same amount. And then I need 2 squares worth. So let's see how this one works. It says that you can just place it down. And I guess it has an arrow. So I've got to stand up so I can see. I'll switch my camera so y'all can see. So right here. Oh, look at there. My arrow is following the line. This is cool. Look at there. And I'll pull it down so y'all can still see. Whoa, look at this, y'all. I'm liking this even better for travel purposes if I want to gift wrap on the go. Let's see if I can get it back in now that I lifted it. So it might be better not to lift it. There we go. Oh my goodness, y'all, I love that. That was amazing. All right, and then I'm going to push this in the center. I'm going to fold my paper over just like so. Go right in the middle. And now I feel a little handicapped because I don't have my tape on my holder. So that's why I like my holder better, because I can literally be hands-free and keep wrapping. So this is what I was saying. When I was take your excess paper on the edge, just fold it. You don't have to cut it. And here's an example of how you can try to match. your paper. Now I'm going to have to pull a little tight to match this. Let's see. I'm just going to demo how you would match. See how I'm matching those lines up? It's not perfect because it's technically black. Then it's the diagonals. And that tool came from Joann, y'all. If you want to try to find it. And if you want the link, let me know and I'll drop that link. All right, so now we have it all sealed. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going faster now because I spent all of that time on my little stapler, but I'm glad I did that so I can at least be ready to use it next time. Are y'all enjoying this or is it just me? Because I tell you what, y'all are making this even more fun. We should have a gift wrapping session. Come back and everybody wrap presents together, right? Wouldn't that be fun? Or y'all probably already wrapped. Have y'all finished? Let me know in the comments. Who has finished wrapping? Who hasn't started wrapping? Who hasn't started shopping? Let us know in the comments. All right, one side done. And usually when I wrap gifts, I like to put my Christmas music on. It makes it just really fun. All right. I'm going to fold it up so I don't have a lot of excess. You could fold it all the way over, but I just like to fold it a little. Oh, Miss Kathy uses gift bags. That makes it easy, doesn't it, Miss Kathy? I like gift bags too. I'll be honest. I do more gift bags than I used to, but I still like wrapping. All right, so this is black and white. So we could do a pop of red. We could do green. Let's do red because we haven't done red. And we're going to finish with a third type bow that I want to show you because I promised I was going to show you different techniques tonight. So I'm going kind of fast, y'all, not measuring. All right, so I'm going to take my curling ribbon, put it in half. I'm going to start by placing it in the center, flipping it over to the back. Let's make sure it's even. There we go. All right. Now I'm having so much fun because I really came live a few minutes early thinking we wouldn't stay on long. But y'all have made this so fun. All right. And then now we're going to bring it back to that middle again, just like we did for our first bow. It's almost like making a package when we do this. All right. Tie it. And then remember, I like to give it a little bit of tape just to keep it from moving on me. I'm going to put a tape above and a piece of tape below. And then for our last and final bow, let's get red. We're going to do sort of like what we did just a moment ago. Let's figure out how big we want it. But instead, I think that's big enough. Let me make it a little bigger. All right, so I'm measuring to see how big. So we're just going to loop it around itself. Just keep looping it. Okay. Melissa has finished shopping and she's throwing everything in gift bags. Look, I don't blame you. That is perfect. All right, so I'm just looping it. Usually I keep track. Y'all, I'm going fast. And I kind of wrinkled my ribbon when I pulled it at that angle. So let me be careful. The more loops, the bigger your bow. So I'm just going to loop it a couple more times since I pulled all the excess ribbon. All right, let's do one more time. Cut it. All right. And then for this bow, all we're going to do is take our ribbon, fold it in half like so. And then I'm going to cut a small triangle off of each corner, just like this. So I'm cutting like a little angle. Cutting like a little angle. And I'll get that in just a second. Then when you open it back up, it looks like you have two triangles, one at the top, one at the bottom. We're going to drop it straight in, and we're going to use our tie that we started and make a knot. And now because of those little notches, you can actually tie it all the way. So I'm going to give it about 3 ties. And then all we're going to do is pull the layers of our loops out. And you're just pulling and separating those layers. So kind of like I do when I fluff my other bows, right? So I didn't count, but this should be a pretty generous sized bow. And I'm just pulling one to the left, one to the right. Now you can go bigger for yours if you want. Totally up to you. And I just start pulling up, pulling down to fill it in. So this is my preferred ribbon when I'm making bows like this. You could, of course, use linen ribbon. You can use satin. Any kind of ribbon would work. I like this type ribbon for my bows on gifts when I'm doing a bow like this. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is just take that curling ribbon and have it curl in a little bit. I went fast, y'all, so I'll probably go back and refluff this later. Separate those loops a little bit more. But let's just curl it a little bit. So I didn't pull it too hard that time, and I didn't go up too tall. But y'all, look at there. There's our bow. So what do you think? Look at what we did. So we have created different bows for each of our packages tonight. Let me grab all of them again just so you can see. And you can tell me what you think. Let's clear off our table. And let's get our first one. So this is what we did first, right here. This was our second one. I'm going to switch it so y'all can see it in the order that we did it. So first, second, and our third. So lots of fun ways that you can gift wrap, not only for Christmas, y'all, but for any time of the year. So do y'all have any questions? What do y'all think? I hope you enjoyed our live tonight. This was super, super fun. And I cannot wait to share more with you. So this ribbon, they just call it gift tie ribbon. Found it at Walmart many, many years ago, and I just stocked up on it. I haven't even looked in Walmart this year to see if they have it, but if you see it, just grab some. It's perfect for making your bows like this. Well, hello, Miss Dilla. Welcome, and thank you for being here. I hope y'all had fun. I thought we would do something a little different. We hadn't done this in a few years, and I had so much fun, and you all did too the last time. So I said, you know what? Let's do this. Well, hello, Annie Michelle. We've been missing you. I hope you're doing well. If you're just joining, make sure you go back and catch the first part, the replay, so you can see how we decorated these beautiful gift boxes with beautiful bows. I also showed you how to wrap each of these. Okay? All right, my ladies and my gentlemen, thank you for joining. I've got to hop off now so I can head over to my mom's live. So I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed night. Be sure to leave me a comment and let me know which one of these is your favorite. If you had to pick one, I know it's so hard. Which one do you love? 1, 2, or 3? Drop me a number in the comments and let me know, okay? And if you didn't already give this video a like, feel free to share this video, sprinkle it out. Anyone who might need to learn how to gift wrap, if you want to share it to your own page even, that would be great, because then you can go back and find it anytime you want to wrap your presents for this season, okay? All right, everyone. Have a wonderful, blessed night. I'll see you back on Tuesday for our next live, 6 o'clock p.m. Love you all so much. Be blessed.